And what is happening, all moviegoers? TCT and Elizabeth Pinky Squirrel back again. And today we are going to see
Beetlejuice.
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 It's showtime.
He didn't come, guys. Okay, just believe me. All right, we're going to see Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. Guy, we've both seen Beetlejuice.
Yes.
One of my favorite movies as a kid. I absolutely love Beetlejuice.
I watched it every year on, what was it? 13 Nights of Halloween.
13 Nights of Halloween. See, I have Beetlejuice. I own Beetlejuice. I watch it all the time, even when it's not on 13 Nights of Halloween.
No, I watched it on 13 Nights.
You watch it on 13 Nights of Halloween. I can watch Michael Keaton anytime. I love Michael Keaton. Winona Ryder, same thing. I can watch her anytime. Loved her in Edward Scissorhands. You know, so I'm going to let you guys in a little secret. They better do this right.
They better. They have a lot of pressure.
Beetlejuice was my favorite Tim Burton movie. And people are going to be like, oh, so you didn't like Tim Burton's Batman? I love Tim Burton's Batman. Mm-hmm. It's not my favorite Tim Burton movie. My mom's is Edward Scissorhands because she loves Johnny Depp. Mine is Beetlejuice because I was a big fan of Gina Davis when I was a kid. I was a big fan of Alec Baldwin's when I was a kid. And I am a massive fan of everything Michael Keaton does. Everything he touches turns to gold. Everything he touches. Guys, I mean, he was Jack Frost.
Yep.
He played the Vulture. He played Birdman. He even played Ray Kroc in the founder, the McDonald's founder.
The McDonald's, yeah.
Right? He played in, what was the one where he cloned himself?
I don't remember.
Yeah, but he was that. He did that. He did all kinds of movies, man. And I grew up watching the guy. I love Michael Keaton. He's 70-something years old now.
He just had a birthday.
He just had a birthday.
Yeah.
The dude is still playing Batman. Mm-hmm. He's back as Beetlejuice, and there are conditions under that, I believe. I don't know if they're true or not. So we'll talk about them, and we'll talk about them in the post. After we do this. Mm-hmm. But man, like, well, first of all, let's give a little review of Beetlejuice. What did you think of the first Beetlejuice?
It was just crazy fun.
The reason why I like the first Beetlejuice is, yes, it was creative. When I was a kid, it was everywhere. Like, he is the perfect, like, puppet.
He was everywhere.
He was, I mean, the cartoon. She's a massive fan of the cartoon. We actually own the cartoon.
Yep, we watch it every morning.
We watch it every morning on MeTV Tunes, guys. MeTV now has MeTV Tunes, 24-hour channel.
Every
all
morning.
Cartoons. Beetlejuice is on at, 7:30 every morning?
7:30
every morning. Right now, anyway. Yep. I don't know what the schedule is when you're watching this video. Mm-hmm. So, that is a great cartoon. The toys were everywhere.
Oh, I remember they were everywhere.
The toys were everywhere.
The dolls, the puppets,
the dolls, the puppets, the video game. I played the video game on the Nintendo.
Yeah.
That was everywhere.
The music was everywhere.
Beetlejuice is iconic. Yeah, she's correct. Danny Elfman does Beetlejuice's music, and this was before he did Batman. You know, it was before the dun 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 dun. It was before that. Mm-hmm. You know, it was the dun 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 dun.
It's so playful, but love David. Danny Elfman.
That's Beetlejuice's music. Mm-hmm. You know, so Danny Elfman's one of our favorite composers. Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. I love Danny Elfman personally because he does the Spider-Man score.
Yes.
You know, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. That's Danny. I love that. Mm-hmm. Like, it's amazing. That meant a lot to me growing up. So, Michael Keaton, the reason why I enjoy the first Beetlejuice was Michael Keaton. He's not in very much of it.
No.
But the story was so good, he didn't need to be. But when he was, you would be like...
Gotta watch it.
You'd be like... Oh, he's done?
Oh, man.
Oh, he's back! You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's back! Oh. They're going to do that in here probably.
I would assume so.
Tim Burton, I believe, is not going to have Michael Keaton in much of this movie, but when he's on the screen, he's going to light it up.
I think there's going to be more Jenna Ortega.
Well, the movie is about Jenna Ortega. Yep. It's about her coming to Winter River. For those of you who are saying, I'm Beetlejuice fans, I know everything. I bet you didn't know that the town's name was Winter River, did you?
I didn't remember.
You didn't remember Winter River?
No.
I am utterly alone. I am going to leap off the Winter River Bridge.
Oh, okay.
Remember when Winona's writing the letter?
I remember.
Okay. It's Winter River. They're in Winter River.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where the house is. So apparently, from what I'm gathering, is that the story is that her father passed away. Mm-hmm. They can't have the actor back because of all the misconduct stuff that he did. He got in massive trouble.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know who it is, it's the principal from Ferris Bueller. It's the same actor. They can't have him back. Catherine O'Hara is back. Kevin! I love her. We all love her in the first Beetlejuice movie. You know. Okay, so let's go see
Beetlejuice.
So you're saying that someone called Beetlejuice?
Don't say his name. If you say his name 3 times, he will appear.
I know this is a big step for you, but in the words of Dr. Glickman, I'm going to give you the push you need. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
It's showtime. All right, guys, we just got back from seeing Beetlejuice Beetlejuice.
Yeah. It was too much fun.
It was too much fun.
Too much.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. If you guys are going to go into this thinking that it's going to be better than the original, you're going to be disappointed, I would say.
Yeah.
It's not better than the original. I think she agrees.
Yeah, it was over the top.
The original's over the top.
Well, this was... It followed that.
Yeah. So, guys, here's what we're going to do. I do like talking about what I saw. So, we're going to give you a quick little review, not spoiling anything, on whether you should go see it if you feel like it. And then we'll let you know. I'll count down from 5, and we'll let you know when we're going to start talking about stuff, all right? So, what'd you think about the pacing, the music, just the normal stuff you can give away?
Oh, I love the music, and it really kept
Elfman.
it moving.
Danny Elfman's music, it's masterful as always. What else?
And then, it kept moving. It was really fast.
Very fast pacing, I will tell you this, but it's not so much as it's jarring pacing. Like, you know what's happening, you know what's going on. They do a good job of keeping you there. They do a good job of not throwing you somewhere to where you need to be here, you know?
Right.
There are a couple of issues that I have with a few characters who weren't in the movie as much as they were advertised.
Right.
And you know what we're talking. We'll talk about that in the spoiler in a second. But overall, would you tell a Beetlejuice fan to go and see this movie?
Oh yeah, definitely for the nostalgia factor.
For the nostalgia factor, guys. I can tell you, this one is basically the cartoon.
It is. It is.
If you guys like the original because it's over the top Tim Burton, that's what you're getting in here. This is over the top Tim Burton. You're getting his entire world, man, and I think everybody in the movie did a great job with what they were told to do. My problem was not everybody had equal amount of screen time.
No.
But that's not a problem that's going to hurt the movie, I don't think.
Oh, no.
So, like I said, if you guys want to go see it, we enjoyed it.
Yes.
We enjoyed it. So now we're going to get into what we enjoyed and what we didn't enjoy. So I'm going to count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, guys. If you haven't seen this movie and you don't want to be spoiled, wait till you go see the movie. If you don't care, here we go. The opening.
It was really weird.
It's weird because it's basically, if you watch the original Beetlejuice, it's the model, right? Mm-hmm. This one goes from real, because it's actually on the
real.
real streets,
Right.
to the model by the end of it.
Yeah, but then you're on a set.
I think the original kind of did that as well. It started with a real town. It
I
kind
think you're right.
it kind of did the same thing. It was definitely the same opening. Let's just put it that way. I enjoyed Danny Elfman's Beetlejuice score. The dun 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 dun.
But they added. Did they have the choir in the original?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They were. You could tell the choir was having fun.
Yeah, I mean, Danny Elfman. I mean, listen to the Spider-Man music, man.
You could just.
I mean, come on, it's Danny Elfman.
They had to have had a blast recording.
They had to have a blast recording. Honestly, Danny Elfman stole the show in the movie. Like,
I would agree.
he was sticking out more than some of the characters and the actors was. So I'll give Danny Elfman, like, honestly deserves an Oscar for this one. If he didn't get an Oscar for Spider-Man, he's not getting an Oscar for this. You know what I'm saying? So I think this, other than, the Batman and the Spider-Man, he did better on this Beetlejuice than he did on the first Beetlejuice.
You can tell it was a labor of
You can
love.
tell he was like, I've been wanting to revisit this,
Yes.
and I have so many new
I
ideas.
have all these ideas.
And good job, Danny Elfman. That's what we're going to start. Tim Burton, what did you think of how he did this movie?
I mean, it's classic Tim Burton.
Classic Tim Burton. Not much CG.
No, a lot of practical.
A lot of stop motion.
Stop motion, practical. Yeah,
There was CG in one scene, and it kind of had to be.
right.
But it threw everything off, and you're just like,
It didn't fit.
it's the scene where they're explaining what happened to Lydia's father, Charles Dietz,
Right.
which we know that actor got arrested some time ago. I think it was for child porn or something like that. It was something really bad, and they can't have him back. I think he's in jail. If he's not in jail now, let us know. Yeah, so basically his plane goes down while he's going bird watching.
Yeah.
And he gets eaten by a shark. What's fun about that is instead of being able to have the actor back, they can actually still have the character because they had half of his body walking around hadn't been bitten by a shark. So there's no head, no torso. Basically everything here is like a shark bite.
Yeah.
And he's still walking around, hello, have you seen my wife? I'm Charles Dietz. Like, he's walking around the underworld. That's what we're going to call it, Tim Burton's Underworld. We're going to call it the underworld. He's walking around the underworld, or what do they call it in the movie?
They call it the afterlife.
The afterlife. Let's call it the afterlife. He's walking around the afterlife with all the ghouls and the specters and all that. Just, he's spitting blood.
Spitting blood. Every time he sits down.
That's the fun part. See, this is what I enjoy about these movies is the details. The pacing and everything was throwing me off in the beginning. The story is, middle of the road. It's enough to get you to where you have to go. Mm-hmm. But the details, Tim Burton's details. What did you think about his detail? Like the detailing of his sets and his paints and his fonts.
Oh my gosh! Even the posters. Were you looking at the posters?
Yeah.
I mean, they're so funny.
I think the biggest surprise, it's not really a surprise if you think about it. We had no idea that Danny DeVito was going to make a cameo.
No idea.
His janitor character is amazing. Hey, what are you doing here? I turned and looked at her because all you see is the back of his head and it's a small guy. And I look at her, I go, that's Danny DeVito. And you're like,
yeah.
And then you turn around and you see the stuff coming out of his mouth. You don't know this. I don't know if you know this. That's a callback to his penguin that he did with Tim Burton.
Oh.
Because at the end, when he's walking out of the pool, I need a cold drink of ice water. That black stuff's coming out of his mouth. So he kind of threw in a little bit of a secret,
He's
right?
like, I want to do that.
Only
again.
true Danny DeVito Penguin and Tim Burton fans will know what that ooze stuff is coming out of his mouth. Now, it's not the Penguin. Let's just put it that way.
But,
this guy died from choking or something like that. But you know why they did it. It's a little bit of a callback to Batman Returns.
Little Easter egg.
Little Easter egg for us Tim Burton fans, in which I love that. That's why I love Tim Burton. There were so many Easter eggs in the movie, man.
You can tell they had fun.
You can tell they had fun. There was callbacks to Edward Scissorhands with the shrubs. There was stuff with shrubbery going on in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't pick up on that.
You didn't pick up on that. Like if you look as they're going through the town, there's like a guy doing.
I didn't even see
You didn't
that.
see no,
I was
and that's Edward Scissorhands. You know what I'm saying? So he has a little piece of most of his movies scattered around the town. Let's put it that way. What did you think of that Jeremy character? The one that Astrid runs into when she goes through the fence.
In the treehouse?
In the treehouse. Now, I really enjoy that kid. That kid is a good actor.
I like watching him. I can't remember what else he's been in, but I've seen him before.
I don't think I've seen him before. He seems like the kid from Wednesday, but he's not.
He's not? Okay.
That he's not. It's
Maybe
not the
I'm
kid.
confusing
That's
him.
probably what you're confusing, because they were showing clips of Wednesday before the movie, where you seen Jenna Ortega. So, here's the fun thing about it. Great plot twist with him.
Yes.
So for those of you who don't know, Winona Ryder's character, Lydia Dietz, we all know who she is. Mm-hmm. She is seeing spirits now. She's basically an astral projector, pretty much. Like, she can contact spirits like a ghost whisperer, right? She can see what's going on. She has her own little TV show, ghost show. Yeah. Crazy boyfriend trying to exploit her for money. Yeah. You know, that we all know about, but she's kind of like, meh. Mm-hmm. You know, but his name's Rory. Astrid hates her mom because basically she's freak, you know, not really wanting to connect with her because her father passed away, and she's wondering why Lydia won't contact her father. She's like, I can't, I don't have no reason. We do find that out later on why she can't. So they go back for the funeral for her grandpa, you know, Charles Dietz, and Delia's there, who's Catherine O'Hara, who's amazing in this movie.
She was in it a lot.
She was in it a lot. She's very over the top. Don't go in there thinking she's going to be a tearjerker. She's playing every character she's ever been. Yeah. Always an over the top. Like, what are you doing with that? We don't. No, honey. No. Like, she's one of those. Like, you know, like, no, honey. I don't deserve to be here. She's really over the top. Like, she's fake acting. Let's just put it that way.
But it's hilarious.
But that's because that's what these rich women do when they're like art. When, you know what I'm saying?
She's an artist.
She's an artist, you know. So she's trying to be hysterical that way. I give Catherine O'Hara a lot of props for doing that, because that could really destroy her career. Right. You know, and I don't even think she cares at this point. She's like, she loves that character. Yeah. She's trying to outdo what she did in the first one. There's no way in hell you're ever going to outdo the Deo scene. Like, she's iconic for that.
They tried.
That was one of my big issues. Wasn't it? They were trying to outdo the first one until it realized it can't. You can actually see the switch. Yeah. You can see the switch turn on in the final 30 minutes. Yeah, we're not the old one. We got to do a new thing.
We got to do something new.
And they did. Mm-hmm. Even though the ending is kind of what the original is, it's not as well. But let's talk about the boy again. We're gonna get back on track with the boy. The turn that so she runs into his treehouse after going through the fence, crashing her bike, and the turn of let's go out on a date on Halloween. She really likes him. Of course, I mean, she's a teenage girl. She's gonna fall in love with a boy, right? Yeah. Well, the turn, like when we're like, that's genius. Mm-hmm. It turns out she has her mother's ability to see ghosts. Apparently, this kid is dead and has been dead for what, 30 years?
28.
28 years, yeah. Yep. This kid is dead. She's looking at a dead kid in a treehouse for like 3 days, a couple days, right?
But the best part was on Halloween night. Yeah. Because then you're like, wait, what's going on? This seems different. Because all the other houses, they're decorated. Right.
So I did notice that when Winona Ryder pulls up, this is the fun part. She can see him too. Oh, he's cute.
Oh, he's cute. Yeah.
Right? Anybody else would have been in that car. They would have been like, "Who are you talking about?"
Yeah.
That's Tim Burton at his finest.
That was
because the mom can see ghosts, and now we know that we find out later that Astrid can see ghosts, which is why Lydia was able to see him in the car.
Yep, they both saw.
They both saw him. You know, so that connects both of them right there. It's like I was sitting there thinking about that after she said it was. That's why Lydia was able to see. That literally clicks in my head.
Yeah, and then
I was like, whoa, you know. Yeah. I was losing it. I'm like, that was really good. That was really good. You want to say more?
That set off the bonding theme.
It set off the bonding thing where they could finally bond. Now,
Yep.
the reason why they can't find their dad or her dad is because he's dead and he's in the afterlife.
He is.
So it's not like she can contact him because he's not passed on.
No.
So I think she can only contact who's passed on or who's in the physical world.
Right.
So that's what she's trying to get through Astrid's head. Which is like, this is the same old bullshit. Like, you know, it's like, no, I can't, literally don't know where he is.
Right.
Then we find out where he is. You know, we do see him. We do see her father. And they sit down and have a nice little drink together.
That was a great
that was great. And they're smiling. They give a big hug and everything. Then we haven't gotten to Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
Who is the cop.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. I love him.
He's so funny.
He's an actor that became a post-life afterlife cop. I think that's what they call it, right?
Yeah.
Like an afterlife cop. So he's actually the police for the afterlife. He was an actor that played in a stunt in a movie, and he had his brain blew out by a grenade, right?
Yep,
so you can see the brain right there and stuff. He's like, well, I didn't know it was a live grenade. Well, you can kind of tell. You know, Beetlejuice is talking to him, by the way. You know all that because something happens story-wise, in which that's probably my biggest problem is that. So we're gonna figure that out. But he's walking around like, you're gonna tell me. You're gonna tell. Nah, that's too much. You're gonna tell me where Beetlejuice is. Otherwise, I'm gonna break your damn head. Like, or some, he'll look in the mirror like trying to act like.
He's practicing.
Well, he's doing the Robert De Niro thing. You talking to me?
Yeah.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
You talking to me? You know, that's what an actor would do, right?
Right.
So when he goes and interrogates Bob.
No, poor Bob.
Poor Bob.
I love
He's like,
Bob.
Now, you're gonna tell me where Beetlejuice is, or I'm gonna break every bone in that little tiny skull of yours. Mm-hmm. That's when you hear the Green Goblin, right?
Yeah.
That's the Green Goblin's voice, okay? And then he comes out, he's like, I still got it. You know what I'm saying? So and you know, all his quips and quirks throughout the movie is cool. It's really cool. I don't want to like spoil too much. I don't want to tell you the entire movie, but he's fun in the movie, you know. Okay, we haven't gotten to Michael Keaton yet. We will, I promise. We've gotten to Catherine O'Hara. We've gotten to Jenna Ortega, who was great. She's wonderful in the movie. She's kind of an afterthought for a little bit, and then they bring her into the end. Winona Ryder is amazing as she is in everything.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, Stranger Things is her greatest role, but other than that, I know her most from this and Edward Scissorhands. You know, so she's great and everything. Her fiance didn't really care much about her character, but he did belong.
He did.
He did belong because we knew there was going to be somebody that she would have to break apart from in order for her and her daughter to get close together. And her daughter was like, I see this and you don't. I think she kind of does see it. She's just waiting for that proof. You know, so she's like, okay, screw you, dude. You know, so Rory, the guy that played Rory was really good. I actually really enjoyed him. Even though the character's kind of meh, you know. Doesn't need to be there, but it actually really did because it set the tone for their relationship.
But you know what I just thought of? So Astrid could see Rory for his true self, right?
Yes. And
her mom, Lydia, could see the boy as his true self when Astrid couldn't.
Yes. So by the way, the boy that she meets is a serial killer. Killed his parents. So when she walks in and sees the parents, I was wondering why you just heard the mom's voice and
You
seen the back
never
of the
saw
dad's
the
head.
face, yeah.
So when Lydia comes in to save Astrid, the dad turns around. He's got like a pizza cutter in his face, and the mom has a butcher
No, egg beater
in her head.
in her eyeball.
So he killed his parents or whatever. So basically, his whole plan was to snatch Astrid's soul so that he could return to the human world. And once they did that, Astrid would then trade her life for his.
Yeah.
But she didn't know that. Mm-mm. He's like, "Oh, come with me. I'll take you to see your dad."
Yeah.
Right. Then what do? You draw a door, knock 3 times, and it opens you up. It opens you up to the afterlife. Mm-hmm. You go in, you take a number, you wait. All the crazy, dude, like the surfboard guy that got cut in half, like any little funny death.
My favorite, Merry Christmas. Santa, he was all burned up.
He's like, Merry Christmas. You know, at least he was being nice. You know,
he fell in the fire.
He fell in the fire pit. Yeah,
that was so funny.
Which was crazy. And then before we get to the main stuff, let's talk about Catherine O'Hara real quick. Mm-hmm. She's doing her own little ceremony for Charles's funeral, and she's like, I had these snakes devenomized. It's okay. So she gets bit by these snakes, and they weren't devenomized. She dies.
Yep.
She dies, and she's like, no. Hey, I'm not supposed to be here. I paid to have those snakes devenomized. I'm sorry, honey, you're dead. I'm not dead. Beetlejuice. Ah! Ugh. Is that what she does?
Yep.
I was like, ugh. She can't stand Beetlejuice. Let's just put it that way.
And yeah, she called on him.
Here was okay. So those were fun part. Yes. So the Dietzes get together. They go to the great beyond at the end of the movie. We'll tell you that. Because we're in spoiler section, guys. Like so mom and dad are gone.
Right.
It's just Astrid and Lydia at the end of the movie. Let's put it that way. Mm-hmm. Basically, the whole thing revolves around Beetlejuice's ex-wife. What was her name? Letitia? Or something like that?
No.
Evelyn?
Delana?
Something like that, yeah. But she's played by Monica Bellucci. Mm-hmm. Epic intro. I loved it. Coming out of the box, like with the thing hands.
A 5-minute intro.
Yeah, like a little 5-minute intro. You see, like, Tim Burton doing thing, with the hands crawling and everything. And then she's putting herself together with the stitch gun.
Staples.
And then puts the ear in.
Yep.
Puts the face on. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be bad. She's not to be seen until the end of the movie.
Nope.
And I'm like,
huh?
I will say, she kills Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
Picks him up and goes. Now the way she kills people, it sucks their soul out, so they just turn into like little bags.
Yep.
And then they go plop. They go plop. And then you see her do that throughout the movie. She's in the movie, like she goes through the movie, but she doesn't do anything. That's my problem. Beetlejuice is so scared of this woman that he's taking the bobs and he's trying to build up a wall to keep her out of the office.
And then it just goes out.
And then he goes out, and then the bobs leave because they're tired of Beetlejuice. They don't want to deal with Beetlejuice anymore. And one bob gets caught by Willem Dafoe, and that's that scene we were talking about. Right. So we'll leave it at that. We're not going to tell you the whole thing. My problem with Monica Bellucci is she is such an incredible actress. They don't do nothing with her. Because at the end of the movie, I'm not going to tell you what's happening during the big scene at the end of the movie, because I don't want to give too much away for if you haven't seen it. Which you have seen it, you already know what I'm talking about, so let's keep the video short. Mm-hmm. The boyfriend, Rory, and her, same thing that happens to Beetlejuice in the first one. Sandworm comes up in the church. Whoosh, she doesn't do... You know what I'm saying? She
looks good.
She looks good. She came in the door, grabbed Beetlejuice, and then the sandworm killed her. That was it. That's all she did. Yeah. I got super mad when I'm like, really? What a waste of a character.
And a
storyline. Here, okay, so Michael Keaton, everything he did in the movie was funny. Mm-hmm. everything he did with the Bubs. I need this to go upstairs.
Yeah,
All this stuff. Man, she's really gonna kill me. I probably deserve it. We see some scenes in the trailers like where he does the guts out of his chest. He's like, how about this?
Yep.
Is that scary enough for you? Like we see a lot of that. What we don't see is what happens in the church. Where he makes a deal with Lydia. She has to marry him again in order to get Astrid back. So when Astrid gets taken,
right.
And he splits away from Winona Ryder for no reason. We don't ever get the reason why, do we?
No, we don't.
He just shows up like where Delia is. It's like, where were you? I gotta go to John.
And then
I think that's just a clever way to write him off because his screen time.
Yeah.
Because his agreement was he can only be in a certain amount of screen time. And it's like, no, give him something to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, hey, I gotta go take care of that. I'll be right back. And then show what he takes care of real quick, and then that's it.
He's gone.
But they don't really do that. So I guess the pacing is off a little bit.
A little bit.
What's your favorite Beetlejuice joke?
I like.
You know what mine was?
I like the song at the very end
where they're dancing and okay, so yeah, a lot throughout the movie he's singing to Lydia.
Singing.
He actually loves Lydia, which that's one of my biggest problems. Is they went to make it like the cartoon and they stuck with the original.
Yeah, they should have kept going.
They should have just had Lydia say "screw it."
Yeah.
Because that's what she does in the cartoons.
Right.
She's with Beetlejuice in the cartoons. She just says, screw it. I think the condition should have been, okay, I'll marry you as long as I get to live on Earth.
Right. And that's what the cartoon is.
That's what the cartoon is. She doesn't. She Beetlejuice. Just like the original, he's gone.
He's just gone.
And it's like...
I mean, we could have had more adventures.
It's fine. No. We still can. But they don't leave it open for that, which is kind of ticking me off because you have Beetlejuice. You need Beetlejuice. So there has to be a 3 somewhere or a TV series.
Yeah, something.
Called Beetlejuice. It's got to be something somewhere. Everything's great, especially with the cell phones. I love the cell phone thing.
The cell phone part does.
But don't tell too much. I don't want to tell too much to people.
Know.
So... I like that. It was fun.
So I like that they took a part of Wednesday and in the church scene and let Jenna
actually do some dancing.
Do her
like
thing.
she did her little, like she did.
I thought that was
she
fun.
did that like just one time, and we all recognized it. It was like, hey, that's Wednesday. Yeah, so she took a little Wednesday and added it into that because she was being possessed again. So it's
I thought that was a great twist.
Yeah, it wasn't really a twist, but all right. So you said your favorite Beetlejuice moment. You know what mine was.
What?
Sorry, guys, you're too late. And he's like, shit out of luck. The stamp says shit out of luck.
You laughed so hard.
He's like, goodbye, mother. Yeah, woo! He goes, and I was like, that is perfect. You know what I'm saying? That's probably my favorite bit in the whole movie. Where, they ask for Beetlejuice help. He comes through. He helped. Because if the stamp would have went down on the book, her soul would have been would have been Jeremy's. Was it Jeremy?
Jeremy.
Jeremy's forever. And Beetlejuice was the one that did the stamp, right? Because he does his little switch possession thing.
Right.
So he's like, you're too late, and then he looks at it and says, "You're shit out of luck," or something like that.
Shit out of luck.
Shit out of luck. Shit out of luck. And then he looks up and he goes, and then there's Beetlejuice sitting there in his like little train gear. He goes, goodbye, motherfucker. And then hits the switch and the kid drops into hell.
Yeah.
He's like, ah! He's like,
That was
that's
satisfying.
perfect. That's the cartoon. That's Michael Keaton. That's what Beetlejuice is. That's why he's so damn funny.
What do you think about the Soul Train?
I loved it. You didn't like it?
I mean...
I loved it. I thought that was actually pretty damn genius.
But then, I don't know. I think it went on too long.
I didn't.
You didn't think so?
You know why?
Why?
Because it added that little bit of breath.
Okay.
Between the seriousness and, okay, we need to hear a little music right here,
right.
and then they cut the lights out, and then everything changed again. Like, so it was basically for us. Like, he probably was like, it's going on too long, but they need that little bit of...
Because it was really serious. You're right.
No, because everything was happening like so fast before, and then when the Soul Train thing happened, like she was on the train the first time, and we were like, oh shit. We weren't paying attention to the train.
No.
So at the end of it, when we get the dancing and we get Delia meeting Charles again,
it makes sense.
It makes sense why it was so long, because it's a happy moment, and you're like, you're coming down off that high of Beetlejuice, you know, like, because you just saw Beetlejuice, and you're coming down off that. Because you can't go out of the theater amped up wanting more.
No.
Tim Burton doesn't do that.
No.
He makes you want more, but he doesn't make you come out of the theater like, I need the next one, because then he can't take the time to do what he wants to. He likes to take his time.
Oh, yeah.
And if you know Tim Burton, you'll see that throughout the years. Mm-hmm. Okay, so did we miss anything? Or did we cover almost everything?
We covered it.
I mean, you see the shot, like the Maitland store. I did want to bring that up.
What?
It's the Maitland store was a cafe now, a coffee cafe.
Coffee cafe.
Yeah, because we watched Beetlejuice yesterday, and the Maitland store, like the actual building, was a coffee cafe. And I mentioned that in the theater. I was like, oh, they didn't leave the store up. It's a cafe now. Remember I said that? I was like, you know, so there was a couple of throwback. I love how she covered the house in black for like his wake. I think that was pretty Tim Burton. That's pretty Tim Burton. Only Tim Burton would cover a house in a cape for a freaking funeral.
Yep.
She's like, this is a mourning house. I'm cleansing the spirits. I was like, oh, you are an artist. She's the cleanser. Mm-hmm. I'm sitting there thinking like, she's annoying me. That's what she's supposed to do. That's what she's supposed to do. That's what Delia is supposed to do. Annoy you. Mm-hmm. But the thing is like every time Catherine O'Hara was on screen, I just wanted to give her a big hug.
Yes.
Because she is literally one of the most huggable people in Hollywood. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because she's Kevin's mom in Home Alone. So you're just like, yo, give her a hug. You know what I'm saying? Yep. I really couldn't take her being like a douche seriously. She's like, oh, I've liked you before all this stuff, you know. But my favorite moment with her though was when Lydia told her that she had encountered Beetlejuice. She went up to the attic and chained that door, put chains everywhere.
Oh yeah,
and put the boards down. We are not going to let this man ruin our family again. Like I was like, dude, she hates Beetlejuice. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Not again.
But here's my problem. At the end of the first one, she made a damn sculpture of Beetlejuice and scared Charles with it.
Right.
He likes. If you hate Beetlejuice, why did you make the sculpture? I guess because you wanted to. You're an artist. Mm-hmm. But does she really hate Beetlejuice? Yes, she despises Beetlejuice. But I think she understands that Beetlejuice cares about Lydia. Because you could kind of see that. That's the only reason she said his name in that. Because she's like, I need help. Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. Like, she'll say it. I can't say any more about it. It's like, it's a little convoluted. So
a little bit.
You know, Beetlejuice to me, it's like a good B+ movie, good perfect Halloween movie. This is a very rewatchable Beetlejuice sequel. We're gonna watch it like right after Beetlejuice on Halloween, probably. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's gonna be on 31 Nights of Halloween, 13 Nights of Halloween, whatever ABC Family, not ABC Family, but Freeform now does, and then I think Disney does something too. Mm-hmm. You know, it's gonna be on Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, and all that. It'll be on TNT, TBS.
You know, it'll be
Beetlejuice is like fought for everywhere. I think it's on HBO right now.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, either that or on Peacock. It's
on Max.
It's on Max right now. If you guys haven't seen it, it's on Max right now. It's on HBO if you want to record it.
Right.
That way you can watch the original Beetlejuice before seeing this. Yes, you do kind of need to see Beetlejuice.
You do.
They do. Oh, we didn't bring this up. They do explain what happened to the Maitlands.
Yes.
Even though Gina Davis and Alec Baldwin are seriously missed in this movie.
Yeah.
I didn't have the same feeling watching this one that I did the original Beetlejuice. Because of those two are not in it. Mm. If those two were in it, I think I would have enjoyed this a lot more than I did. Did they need to be there? No, but I think they did. But we know what's going on with Baldwin now, and Gina's retired, so I give them the respect for that. They're like, we found a loophole, and they explained how she could find a loophole because she's a medium. Mm-hmm. You know, she's able to. We found a loophole, and they were able to move on to the great. So basically, they took the Soul Train probably, and they went on to the Great Beyond. So what you see in the afterlife is the souls who haven't moved on, who haven't taken the train actually to heaven or hell. You know, so there still is a heaven and hell. What we're seeing is right in the middle of it.
Purgatory?
It's purgatory.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the Tim Burton land, right? That's where Beetlejuice is like, I'm exorcised out of hell. I'm exorcised out of heaven. The hell am I supposed to do? I'm 800 years old. Or is he 600? I think he's 800. He's like, I'm 800 years old. Like, you know, so, guys, you know, Beetlejuice to me is a solid B+. Beetlejuice. What is that? To you, it's probably like an A. And like no, I'm talking about like Beetlejuice, the original Beetlejuice.
The original Beetlejuice, about a B.
B? Yeah, B+ for the original Beetlejuice for me. Honestly, I think the original Beetlejuice is slightly better than this. I'm going to give it the same grade, though. Because it's as rewatchable as the first one. It's as entertaining as the first one. Even though it's very slow. Like, the last half an hour is what you watch it for. Which, I hate when movies do that. But if it's Tim Burton, I can let it slide. Because the story had to lead up to it. Which is okay, you know. I give it a B+ too. So, Beetlejuice to me gets a like 7.5 out of 10. This one would probably get a 6.5 out of 10.
That's reasonable.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to give it a perfect 7 because I don't like the pacing, and I thought Monica Bellucci was wasted.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I'm not giving it a 7. I hope Tim Burton hears that. You know, you wasted Monica Bellucci. I really like her. I think she could have been a great villain, but having Beetlejuice end up the villain again it's almost as if some corporate guy was like, hey, we see you're trying to make it like the cartoon. We can't do that. Beetlejuice was the bad guy in the first one. He needs to be the bad guy in the second one. No, he doesn't. He can be the good guy.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what aggravated me the most about. But I really enjoyed the movie. I had a good time watching it. What about you?
I'd give it a good B.
You say about the same as the first Beetlejuice?
I'd probably give it a 5.5.
5.5, and you give what Beetlejuice to like the regular Beetlejuice?
Regular Beetlejuice would be maybe 6.
6, yeah. So
if it's on, I'll watch it.
I mean, because back then for us, that was like a 10 out of 10 movie. You know, like we grew up in the '90s, guys. Beetlejuice came out in 1988. So I was a kid when I went to Blockbuster and rented it for the first time. I think first time I saw it was on ABC Family.
Right.
When they were doing they started doing that like with Hocus Pocus and Beetlejuice. First time I watched it. And then I went to Blockbuster. I'm like, there's no way this is the whole thing. So, you know, then I go to Blockbuster and I get nice and model. You know, so like you can't. They don't play that on TV.
Nope.
You know, so they just cut straight. You bunch of losers. Then it cuts. I was like, okay, so Beetlejuice, and then probably Beetlejuice.
You think there's gonna be one?
I honestly, yes. There should.
I'm hopeful.
Because I don't think Beetlejuice's character got redemption. We do get an origin story with him.
That was... I enjoyed that there was an origin.
And they did it in Spanish or what was it? Italian Spanish?
Was it Italian? It was Italian.
Or Cuban Spanish?
Italian.
It was like old monster movies. Like they were speaking in foreign language and stuff.
You had to read the
but
subtitles.
he does do stuff in Spanish as well.
Yeah.
You got to read subtitles and stuff. But I'm trying to think. I don't want to miss anything because this was a much anticipated sequel. This is probably this was my most anticipated movie of the year.
Yeah.
I will tell everybody that. This was my most anticipated movie of the year. I waited a long time. I wasn't let down by it, but also I wanted a little bit more. Mm-hmm. I can tell you that than what I got. But am I satisfied with what I got? Yes. I feel like I got fan serviced. Mm-hmm. I feel like it was too over the top, but with not enough seriousness. But then again, I remember it's a Halloween movie.
Right.
That's going to get watched only at Halloween. Mm-hmm. And was it creepy? Yeah. Was it gross? Yeah. Was it not nonsensical? Yeah. Yes. Like, basically it was SpongeBob.
It did feel like
it felt like SpongeBob. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, do I want it to feel like SpongeBob? But here's the thing. Michael Keaton didn't change at all.
No.
He's still a womanizer, right? he's still very perverted.
Right.
There's certain things he can and can't do right now, but they still show Beetlejuice is very perverted.
Right.
He's very nasty and gross. Like, there were some times where I got a little sick, like watching.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what they want. So, guys, Beetlejuice. Let us know in the comment section what you guys thought. And don't forget, I do have a shop now, guys. I have a shop called TCT Collectibles on Whatnot. I will leave a link in the description below. If you haven't purchased anything from us before, I will leave a referral link to where you can get $15 off your first purchase on anything, Whatnot. And guys, it's free to sign up. You don't have to have any credit card or anything to watch the auctions or the deals go down.
Right.
I know people that just have it, don't have anything hooked into it. They watch it because they love watching storage wars. They love watching auction wars and stuff like that. But in order to buy something, you do have to put your card in, and it's kind of hard to get it off.
Yeah.
I think you can hit cancel and it'll go off or whatever. But then I don't know how it would work if you accidentally did it again. So it is a thumb auction service, so I would make sure you would want to buy something before putting your credit card on it, but you do not have to. And I explain that to people. I sell sports cards, I sell action figures, I sell stuff like that, guys. Like, you see that stuff? That's my personal stuff, but I sell things like that too, so I love giving back. Like, when we go to cons, and check out our convention videos, when we go to conventions, we'll find things that we don't see for I know other people don't have this stuff.
Right.
So I'm just like, that's interesting. Maybe I ought to put that up on my shop and see if somebody wants it, that can get it from me very easily. Probably for the same price. It might be a little more because I would have to pay to have it shipped. And just like if I bought something for $40, I might put it up for $50. You know what I'm saying? Just so that you guys can feel like, hey, I was able to find this for you when you probably couldn't. You know what I'm saying? So let me know what you're looking for in the comments. Like, Pinky Squirrel and I, we're heading to Richmond Nightmare Weekend on October 11th through the 13th. We're going the days of the 12th and the 13th. Okay, so if you want to see us, and this is the perfect video to announce this. If you want to see us, we're going to be around. I'm going to probably be wearing my Tasmanian Devil jacket like I always do at every con. It's the one that my grandmother gave me the nickname Lil Taz, so I always wear Tasmanian Devil at these cons. I don't know what you're gonna wear. Were you gonna wear your nurse's outfit or your doctor's?
I've got a dress coming that's covered in blood splatter.
Blood splatter? Okay. So if you see us, I'm probably going to carry a Sharpie around because I know people that are going to come might want me to sign something. I will. I'll do it for free. You don't have to pay me shit. So... And I'm pretty sure Pinky will too. We'll take pictures. We like to take pictures and stuff like that. I doubt anyone's going to come and see us though. But I've actually had people in the comments asking, "Are you going? I would like to run into you." So there's people that want to do it. If you're going, all the Jasons are going to be there. John Carpenter's going to be there. Richmond, Virginia, at the Richmond Convention Center, October 11th through the 13th. We're going to be there the 12th and the 13th, okay? We're not going to be there Friday, but we're going to be there Saturday and Sunday. We're not going to be at a booth either. You would have to find us, okay? I might put up on YouTube where we are at the time, so that way you can probably locate us if we're there. Yeah. So get on over, man. And guys, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Welcome all new subscribers to the channel. I've been thinking about changing the name of the channel, but I think TCT Graphics is me.
Yes, it is.
I was thinking TCT Unlimited, but I asked someone the name, and they said TCT Graphics is you.
Is you.
And I'm like, but TCT Unlimited is, I do everything. That's why I kind of want to do Unlimited. So let me know what you guys think about that. But don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And as always, this is TCT and Elizabeth Pinky Squirrel signing off. We'll see you guys again on the next movie review. I don't know what the next one is.
I don't either.
What's coming out?
I can't.
I do know what the next one is. Joker, Folie de...
How could I forget?
How could you forget? Because you're still starstruck from Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Okay. All right, guys. So we're going to get out of here. See you guys on the next video.